Okay, good morning. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody had a nice Christmas as well, and a good New Year, or a good start to it. I'm going to do a review on a product that a few people have got problems with previously, but obviously it's down to trying to resolve it, and that is the pond reactor, which was released by RP Aquatics. So basically, the item in question is, so it's this one here. It's a pond reactor purification. A number of people have had issues with them previously, where the top was leaking. Now obviously I had Dave over from RP Aquatics, who obviously does these, and he said, yeah, originally there was a problem with them, and it was, there was a problem, and basically on the production side of it, he gave the people specific instructions and specific design. Basically the tube that's the centre part, the upper OD, so outer diameter, was one size, and obviously the inner diameter was another size. The inner diameter was incorrect at the top. So basically what was happening is the screw was screwing down into the seal, but it couldn't actually lock in because the inner diameter was too small. Or when I say too small, I think it was something like 0.4 of a mil. I think that's what it was. So trying to screw it down, the gridding inside wouldn't allow you to do it, hence why it was leaking. So what I'll do is I'll show you a quick video now of what I experienced, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, so basically what happened was, and as I explained it, so I had Dave come round, and fair play to Dave, everything that was bought from all the wholesalers and everything else, every single one, everyone was recalled, everyone was replaced. Problem is there's a few people that have had a few problems after because they're not tightening them up enough. So basically I'm going over today to a gentleman called Chetter, from Supreme Koi, who obviously had a few of these, and obviously he had a problem where he was still having, or he's still having, leaking on it, and what I'll do is, as long as they'll allow me to do it, I'll do a bit of video over there after, because obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, I'm going to modify his. And when I say modification, it's not a modification, it's something that anybody can do, but like everything, it's a pressure vessel, it's pressure, okay, and as a result of that it has to be a perfect tight seal. A perfect example of that will be the Tempest. That's a perfect example. That's a sealed vessel, so pressure can come in, pressurises, and then it's forced out the top. So, and that's pressure. But the thing is, the difference between that and the pond reactor, which to be honest with you I think is a really good product, you can actually 6-7 sponges inside, but inside in between each one of those, you can put in an ammonia blocker pad that come direct from RP products. You can get them from myself on the website and numerous other places. And basically they are the ammonia blocker, but they can also be used for getting rid of phosphate and numerous other pads that are designed specifically for this. Hence why the top has to be unscrewed. It makes logical sense if you think about it. And fair play today because the design is absolutely fantastic. Not only that, I've proved at Westcliff Koi that you can actually use them gravity fed as well. I swear, and I'll show you that in a second. Because obviously, as you know, everything that's in the koi house is pump fed, except for pond 1, which is gravity fed. So obviously what happens is, they go through a pump, into an easy pod, and then goes back into the pond. But obviously the easy pod sits on top of the ponds. On pond 2, I've done it slightly different. So what I've done is I've run a pump into a Tempest, out of the Tempest into the Easy Pod, and then by gravity put it through a pond reactor. And to be fair, I've got a hell of a lot of fry in here. It's probably in the regions of about between 1,700 and 2,000 fry. But bearing in mind, when I say fry, they were very, very late spawns last year. When I say late, I want about the back end of October. That was how late it was. So obviously I've had these on heat for the last 2 months, which is stupidly expensive, by the way, on today's current electricity bills. I'm just going to have a look now, because obviously the water's still a bit murky and it's quite dark in here. Bearing in mind, these are all from the same spawn, okay? And these have come from a very good friend of mine called Kemi from Koikar in Woollinor. So I'll just quickly show you these. They are fantastic, honestly. So yeah, so obviously at the moment, and some of these in here, some of these now are pushing 15, 16 here, which to be honest is pretty good. Anyway, without further ado, let me explain to you what I've done. Now these pond reactors I think are fantastic. They're brilliant for startups. So when you've got a new pond, to avoid going new pond syndrome and stuff like that, you can chuck one of these reactors on. The beauty of these reactors is they can be taken off, cleaned, put back on. The whole concept of it is to reduce the ammonia and nitrite spikes that you would get in new ponds. But not only that, it's fantastic for people like myself that are overstocked for a reason, ready for the new season, because obviously a massive amount of fish in a reasonably small void of space produce ammonia, whichever way you look at it. And I had, at one stage I had to do some massive water changes. I had got some serious ammonia in here, so I had to resolve it very, very quickly. So I hooked up one of these ammonia blockers, and I did it exactly as per the recommendation. Had the issue, got Dave down, he came and sorted it. Well, he didn't come down and sort it, told me what the problem was, identified it, I had a new one, it was replaced, and then I made, he did say to me they have to be super tight. The trouble is, from the size of the reactor, that diameter is massive, and trying to tighten that up is very, very difficult. Hence why people have had problems with them. Well, obviously I've got around it, and there are easy ways around it, very, very easy ways around it. You can use a belt, and then basically what you do is you lock the belt up around the green part of lock it around the green part of the vessel, lock it in place, and then you can do the same with the top. And then twist them opposite, if that sort of makes sense. The other one is very, very simple. You use a 12-inch or 115mm oil filter spanner. Very, very simple. And all you do is two of them together, crank them together opposite directions, jobs are good. Very, very simple. I'm going over to Mark's today, because obviously, like I said, he's got a leak on his. Absolutely doing his head in, to the extent he's took them off. So I've had a conversation with Mark yesterday, and I said to Mark, let me come round, let me show you what I've done, put them on, try them, and then you tell me what you think. Very, very simple. So I'm going over in a minute. Scraggs asked me to come and pick him up. I've said okay, check them over. So we're going to go over to Mark's and get there for about 10 o'clock. Have a cup of tea over there and have a good chat with Mark. If I will do some filming if Mark will allow me. If Mark won't allow me, then obviously I won't do it. And then I will try and get some feedback from Mark as well, on basically whether after we've done the modification, whether it's fit for purpose for himself. But then hopefully we can get him then using them again. I genuinely think it's a fantastic product. To the extent now, like I said in there, I'm still using it as an ammonia blocker at the moment. and I've got ammonia in there now is down to 0.07. So, and there's 2004 in there. So, if you can call them froth. I mean, some of them, and to be fair, some of them what I would absolutely describe 100% as jumbo froth, jumbo toaster, without a doubt. The simple reason is, same spawn, 3, 4, 5 times bigger than the rest of them. And I'm going to go in the garage in a minute. I'm going to show you some more that I've got in there. Some cracking ones in there as well. And again, you'll see the sizes in there. In fact, I'll show you that in a minute, so I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so as you can see, I'm in the garage, and obviously I'm under ambient light in here. I'm going to show you the fry that I'm in here. Exactly the same fry, the one just up the top. Got some absolutely fantastic fish in here, but just to show you how good these ammonia rockers are. So I'll turn you around. Obviously it's a very, very simple setup that I've got in here. This is a 700. Obviously temperature, I've got an aquarium heater inside there as well. Without further ado, I'll show you what we've got in here. There you go. Some absolutely fantastic fish in there. I mean, absolutely fantastic. And the ammonia in here is on the Hannah test kit. It is 0.002, and there's 700 fish in there. Easily 700 fish in there. Some absolute stonkers in there as well. And again, these there's some really crazy sizes on them. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to turn the pump and the air off so you can have a quick look. There you go. Bearing in mind these are all for the same spawn. Absolutely crazy. Some of them in there, they're absolute monsters. And that is your true jumbo toe size. No arguments, no debates, does exactly what it says on the tin. Yes, there's some small ones in there, and what I'll be probably doing with these later on, is I'll be grading them, and then once I've graded, I'm just going to turn the pump back on. I'm going to grade them, and then I'll obviously do it based on sizes. Once I've done that, then some of these will go into the sales vat. Some of these I'm actually going to keep for a while. I want to experiment on them. When I say experiment, I don't mean cut them up and do stuff like that. I mean, I want to keep them on heat, just to see just how much I can get out of them. These will be on sale, and these will be on sale at a really stupid price. And these will be on sale in March. And when I say stupid, I'm talking, some of these are going to be £1. Very simple. And I don't think there'll be many more, much above a tenner. In fact, I'll tell you what, right here, right now, fish that's in here, fish that's at the top, I'm going to stick them in the square 250 gallon vat. When you come March, anything in there you can have for between £1 and a tenner. You've got your word on that, okay? You hear it right here, right now. So yeah, so I'm going to take you back up to the quails now, and I'll catch you later. So yeah, so like I said, they're pretty good in there anyway. Anyway, I've come back into the quails because I wanted to show you that you can actually use these gravity fed. It's alright as well actually. So I'll show you how I do it. Comes out of the pump, so obviously the pump's located in there. Comes out, goes into the tempest. The first thing it does, goes up the tempest, comes out, comes down, and then comes into the easy pod. So you've got your lots of filtration straight away. What I've done then is, don't forget that's raised up. I've then on the outlet put a 38mm solvent weld pipes. You get them from Screwfix or Selco, places like that. I've run it across. I've run it down underneath the pond reactor, which as you can see is there. Runs up through the system, comes out, and as you can see, it's done like that. Very, very simple. So yes, in answer to anybody's questions, these can be done via gravity fed, how I've done it. So Anybody that's got a pump fed one with an easy pod on the top wants to use these reactors, I can do it exactly the same way. Other option that can be done is obviously gravity fed. So gravity fed comes out, in fact I'll show you that now. So just walk down now. Walk down to the bottom so I can show you the 750 easy pond, because I've got the setup in there. Testing out heater generator in there at the moment, because I want to see how warm that gets. So that's another project I'm working on, because that then will feed the garage and potentially feed the shop. So that's how we're looking at doing that. So show you over here now as we go. So like I said, I've showed you the one that I've done via gravity fed in the koi house, out the back of off the back of an easy pond pod. Now I'm going to show you it being done through this way. It's gravity fed, so gravity fed into a Nexus, down into a 20,000 variable. From there goes up the wall, goes into a Evo 55, comes down, goes round the back. Now what used to happen was it used to come directly through there. So what I've done now is I've rerouted the pipe down the bottom, so now it comes up that way. I've got a lockout that you can see there, and then I've got a run through that comes in, comes across into a Varera slide valve, comes into the pond reactor comes straight back up, over into another one so I can detach it if I need to, comes back in, and then now comes back in. As you can see, there's a flow in there. And again, look, as you can see, no leaks on that one as well. And that's how I've done that. So very, very simple. I don't know whether you want to have a look at these spanners, but these spanners, no, but it's a very, very simple. But don't get the car one. For the simple reason is the car one, the diameter of it doesn't open up quite enough. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here, so just bear with me a second. There's the spanners there, look. So basically that spanner will fit on the head. So I'll just take it out. It's getting nice and warm in here now, so I'm happy with it. So I'll show you here. Just close this down slightly. So yeah, so basically you can use the band oil filter spanners, you know, the ones with the bands, and then you lock them out, or you can use it using this. So I'll just show you if I can get it to do it. The spanner fits on there like that, and then basically it tightens up like that. Very, very simple. So obviously, like I said in a bit, I'm going to get changed and smell of diesel, because obviously I've been doing that heater. So I'm going to give me a quick shower, get changed. I'm going to go over and pick up Scrag, and then we'll pop over to Mark's, go and sort out his filter, see what he thinks, and then we'll get a bit of feedback off him, and then hopefully we'll sort that out. So catch you later. Okay, so coming over to pick up the Scragster.
Morning.
So we're going to go over to Mark's now. So we're going to have a look at these pond reactors that he's got. We're going to install two, or we're going to sort out two. I'm going to get the Scragster to do a bit of video in while I can show you. Then hopefully I'm going to try and show you the inside parts of the reactors and how they work. Like I said, I think they're brilliant. Just in case you're just doing a bit of tightening on them. Like I said, they are a pressure filter. So like with any pressure filter, they have to be sorted and they have to be taught. But hopefully we'll get over there now, and hopefully if Mark will allow us, we'll do a little bit of video over there. So catch you later. Right, so as you can see, that's Supreme Koi. So obviously what I'm doing now, I'm just going to get the spanners that I need to do the job, and I'll have a look and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so like I said, I'm at Mark's and we're trying to sort one of these out. Like I said to you, one of the main issues was around the ID that's on that, it's inside. So just to show you that you can understand it, inside there's a grid, and directly inside that there's a seal. One of the biggest problems was that seal wasn't matching up. So the easiest way to do it now, I'm going to set it up. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. They come with 7 sponges, and 6 ammonia packs. Set it up properly. Put your sponge, then your ammonia, then your sponge, then your ammonia, sponge again, ammonia, sponge, ammonia, sponge, ammonia, sponge, ammonia, sponge. Now, what a lot of people are doing, screw that on, get that as tight as you can, and that was what they was using. So basically what happened with me is it leaked, kept leaking through there. So, 2 ways to do it. One is old-fashioned oil filter, or oil filter ratchet. So that can go over that end there, and then lock it in. The other way of doing it is using one of those. So, let's quickly set it up. I'm going to use this one as the ratchet. And I'm going to use the other one as the spanner. So the reason why I'm going to do it this way, very, very simply, is because about every 3 or 4 weeks you change the pads on them. So because there's 6 ammonia pads, as the water comes through, it will utilise all of the ammonia pad in the bottom one. The idea is, over a course of 12 weeks, is to swap the pads through. So basically what you'll do is, you'll clean each sponge, which can be done under water, just normal tap water, clean them, and then swap around the ammonia ones. Really, really simple. So, I know I'm making a right hash up for this, but you know, what we've done is, we could either stick an oil filter spanner on there, an oil filter spanner on here, and then we've got to basically tighten this one. Got one of those. Get these from eBay, they're about, I don't know, £6. And the idea, you can, if you see, I'll just have this off here. See how much that's moving now. So the idea is we've got to get this. Just give that a bit of a full mark, will you? Pull that as tight as you can. Got it?
Yep.
Right, and as you can see, that's as tight as we can get it. Now, like I said, it's a pressure filter. So because it's a pressure filter, the whole concept is to make sure it's tight. So what we'll do now, we'll get Mark to set all this back up, we'll test it and we'll see if it works. Okay, so we'll catch you back in a bit.
Everyone's pissing out of that one.
So you can see it's leaking through there, so that is what it is. So let's just tighten that up.
That's at the end of the day, it's only a temporary.
Yeah, it's only temporary.
We'll straighten them pipes up.
Just tighten them, but temporary. It's going to leak through there for the time being, because it's just a test. The key thing is it leaking through there? No, the answer to that is no.
Right, so let's cut them pipes off.
So let's get the pipe set up properly.
We'll snap back to you in a bit.
Yep. So what we're doing now.
Most of the tanks are exactly right.
So we're talking about temperature heaters now. So what we're doing now is, obviously, because we had a few leaks on the rubber bungs, Mark's setting all the pipes up properly. He found all the bits and pieces that he needed. Once we've got that done, we can test it again properly, because we just want to make sure and prove that the reactor doesn't leak. And if that's the case, jobs are good, and then we'll get Mark then to confirm it. So we're just turning it round. Mark, I'm going to get you on video this time, mate, if that's okay.
Excuse the Eddie boy.
So like I said, so originally Mark had a problem with this. He was doing his edit, and I did turn around and say, I'll try and see what can come around and help. So Mark's now checking it to see whether it actually does exactly what it says on the tin, and Mark's happy with that. So there you go. So there's 100% result. So first of all, you've got me, the cabbage, and then you've got Mark, God, when it comes to anything to do with fish. And the cabbage has just educated God how to do these filters. So we're going to set up the second one then, and then we're going to have a quick cup of tea, and then I'm going to get back and I'll do a recap. So I'll catch you in a bit. So just to prove it ain't a fluke, Mark says he wants to put the second one on and test it to see if the theory of what I've done is exactly the same. So Scrag and Mark now are installing the other one.
It's It's like a McLaren pit stop.
A McLaren fit, yeah. So pit stop changeover. The one we've tested is there, and now the other one, which is straight out the box, literally. Mark said I want to prove it, so future proof it if you like. And Mark's tightening all these up now, which again, exactly the same as what we've just done on the second one. On the first one, we've now done on the second one.
It also shows how quick that is to change.
And it shows
it off to change the filter.
Yes, 100%, and it shows how quick it is to change the filters as well. Mark's 100% right. I mean, literally, here we go now for the test. That's on. Talk to me, Mark. Talk to me.
Fix it out.
Okay, so that one we got a leak. So we're just going to go back and recheck this one again now. Be back in a sec. I've just been taught the art of righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. Because where I thought I was righty-tighty, I was lefty-loosey. So, I might explain a lot.
That's the fish guy educating the cabbage.
In fact, yes, he is. That's the way the cabbage comes in. And obviously, if this one leaks now, this was going back to Dave.
It's fired up. Yeah.
Still leaking?
Yeah.
Okay, so confirm this one's still leaking, so this one's going to have to go back down to Dave. So, there you go. So, obviously, we've proved that, so it is what it is. Okay, no problem at all, so catch you later. Right, carrying on from the previous conversation that we'd already had, so we've been to Mark's. As you can see, I'm back at my house now, I'm back with Scrag. So, obviously, it was bugging me. So I contacted Dave at RP Aquatics. Said to him, so look, Mark's got two. One worked perfect, the other one didn't work. He said, well, okay. Chances are that he had the second one that was previously could have been a version 1 that he's bought from somewhere else. So he could have got it from one of the wholesalers and everything else. So I'm going to prove that now. So what we've done is I've got a 3-pond reactors that was at home, 2 that's already on there, and I've got a brand new one at home. This is the head off the one, because what they've done is they've modified the head to fit them. We're going to prove that because this is the only thing that I've got with me. So I'm going to take this back down to Mark's now. I've already found Mark and I've explained to him. I said, look, this is potentially what the problem is. I've taken the head off mine now. When I say off mine, out of one of the boxes at the shop, which is the second versions. We're going to go over now, back over there now to Mark's. We're going to install this one. And obviously, it could look like that we've done a copy of the original one to show it. I can tell you now, in front of the Scrag, you don't tell lies.
100%.
That's an 100% replacement one now that we're going to be taking down to Mark's now. We're going to reset it. We're going to put it on his second one that was leaking, and then we're going to test it. And then we're going to ask Mark, can you confirm this was the second one? Can you confirm this is replacement? And you'll hear it from Mark himself. Again, I've spoken to Dave, and Dave said to make it 100% clear, all of the version 2 parts have all now been changed. It was because of the issue that I'd already previously described to you, that they'd still got some of the rogue ones that were left. We're going to prove that now by going back. So we're heading straight back now. It is, what time is it, Scrag?
It is 11:45.
So it's 11:45. Obviously I've been doing this since the early hours of the morning, prepping everything up. So it's 11:45 now. I'm going to blast straight back over Mark's now, get this set up, make sure it's happy. Once we've done, hopefully the job will be a good one. Or if it ain't, this will be the biggest catastrophe I've ever done. They've had a little bit of a story. They found out about the 2 caravans that I bought by accident. You can shut up. And the 2 power generators that I bought by accident. And now the 2 spanners that I bought off eBay as well. Anyway, it's another conversation. Talk to you in a bit.
Noah's Ark, didn't you? 2x2.
Right, so as I said, we've come back to Mark's again with the other head. Putting them back over again now.
We swapped
So
the heads.
all we've done is we've changed that and changed nothing else. So we're just connecting it back up now, retesting it. I'm going to let Mark set everything up. So this one we've just taken back off. There is still a small leak on that, but we'll just tighten that back up again in a sec. But like I did say, so the conversation I've had with Dave literally 20 minutes ago, and that was that all the new ones, so the version 2s and the version 3s, are all going to be, they've all had the new modification So once the rogue ones have been taken out, we should be back to where we were then. Mark, just confirm, because obviously we've just said the same thing as we've just done on YouTube, because obviously I've come back. Can you confirm that this is the second time we've come back?
Second time.
And we've done it to replace the lid?
Yeah.
So there you go. You've heard it straight from Mark now.
Hopefully something fit for purpose.
Yeah. So all we've done, literally, is gone back to get a new head off one of the ones from the shop. And Dave's going to replace the whole thing for me once we get back. So we're just setting that up now. Scrag's tightening it back up. And then hopefully we ain't getting an electric shock. So, that's the one we've just taken off. Which, looking at the seal, is what the issue was, they reckon. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, see where we go. So, they're just tightening this up now. Let them tighten it up rather than me do it. Because then it doesn't look like I'm doing everything then. But no, it's been good because we've had this project. Obviously, we've been at it since about 9 o'clock this morning, as you know. And it's about solving the changeover. It'll just show you how quick it is now, how quick they're changing these over. To literally change the filters over. So, without him electrocuting himself and making sure everything's tight. And again, all we've done is we've changed that lid. So it'll either leak or it won't leak. And we'll get a simple answer from them. So Mark's having a quick look now. He's checking everything.
No leak there.
Mark, just double check and confirm 100%. I was just checking the bottom as well. We've got a little bit of water around there, but is that residue from previously?
It's a bit off the top here, I think so. It has just stopped raining, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, it has. But at the end of the day, Mark, you're the customer, so whether it's rain or whether it's water, I wouldn't be 100% because it's the lid. All we're proving is it's the lid that was the issue.
It's always the lids that have leaked.
Yeah.
I think the answer to that is to just give that a couple of minutes.
I'm cool with it.
Because that one definitely still has a single blip every now and again.
We're going to tighten that one back up again in a minute.
Yeah, but that's with it being tightened, so there's obviously something still slightly undone there.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
But my opinion of this is these seals aren't very good. If you've got to put that much pressure on them, they should be coming with a spanner.
I'm exactly the same. So I had that conversation with Dave,
yeah.
And Dave has said that the next batches that come out will be coming with spanners.
Yeah.
But for the benefits of this, obviously this is why we've used the oil spanners. And again, the oil spanners from over there, which are the ones that we've just used again. But
it might be worth putting a bit of
it might be worth some lubricant on the O-rings as well. That might be a good thing.
Definitely some lube.
Some lube on the ring at source.
There you go. That's just too much information, but basically that's where we're going.
I do believe this one's that look out.
So you're happy with that then, Mark?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. That was the second one, and obviously with the second lid on it. What we're going to do now is we're going to, once everything's been checked now, we're going to tighten the other one up. We'll just tighten the other one back up now. Then once we've done that, we're going to get back off.
It could be the temperature that's affected that, see, because it's gone cold.
Well, we'll soon find out as soon as we tighten it up next. We'll just do that on the bench. So, from myself and Mark, and from Scrag,
guys.
See you later, guys.
Be good. Happy days. Catch you later. Okay, so I'm probably doing videos now for the sake of video, so we've just finished at Mark's now. He's happy chicken. So both of the reactors he's got now are both in place, all sorted. Been up and down in there for about 3 hours now, but anyway, at the end of the day it's all done, it's all sorted. I want to put a 100% disclaimer or claimer, whichever way you want to put it. I've had a conversation with Dave from RP Aquatics. And he has made it very, very clear that the rogue ones, and we are calling them rogue, are now out of the system, or pretty much out of the system. There are going to be the odd one or two potentially, but the only issue is it's just changing the lid. That's all it is, it's just changing the lid. We've just proved it on that. So they've modified all of the lids now to ensure that all of the ones that are outstanding can be changed immediately. Dave has made it very, very clear, and I will quote what he says. Anybody that has had a problem in any shape or form, or still has a problem in any shape or form, either contact myself through a comment below, or contact the person that you acquired them from, and by doing that they will do an immediate exchange straight away. No messing, straight away they'll exchange it, because it's just the lid that's got to be done. And all they're doing literally is changing the lid. So I'm going to leave this conversation. I know we've already said we're going to leave it, but I'm going to leave the conversation there as it is. I think everything's pretty much in place. I'm going to chuck everything together. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's give you a little bit of an insight into, you know, what we're trying to do as dealers as well. We're trying to help each other. Mark had a problem. Stuck my foot to the plate and said I'd offer to help, and I have. Now, obviously, I'm going to have a conversation with Dave now from RP Products, RP Aquatic. Get him to give him some feedback now, to where we am. He knows I'm putting this video out tonight as well. So yeah, so we're going to leave it to that. So can I take this opportunity wishing everybody safe and enjoyable. Be cool. From me and Scrag.
Jobs of
See you
fish.
soon. Jobs of fish. Jobs of fish. Okay.